Hey AD, it's me again. Welcome to my mountain house. Come on in. We are in the living room now. I worked with Heidi Collier on this house, and I feel like one of the first things I said to her was I really wanted like grandma chic. I wanted the kind of explosion of patterns and fabrics and textures. We made this couch to be extremely big and extremely comfy, cozy. I sit tested it and made sure it was perfect. We picked this like chintz fabric. I thought it was really bold and beautiful. I have always kind of had this dream and vision of like a very just exotic kind of crazy couch that becomes the statement in the room. And this one turned out perfectly. A lot of the books in the house I've like personally gone out to buy. I love finding antique shops around town and finding cute little random things that I grab, and everything kind of has a story. So most of the books on this table have been found locally. I worked very closely with Heidi. Heidi probably thinks I'm so annoying because I feel like I micromanage everything, especially my homes. But we had so much fun, and this house was really, I'd say like semi-experimental for me. I wanted to kind of send it. We're up in the mountains. I felt like there were no rules when designing, and I really wanted to kind of test my limits and see how far we could take it while still feeling like me. It felt really fun, really refreshing, and just a little bit different for me, and I had the best time doing it. This is the most communal room in the house. We have the kitchen right here. There's the piano here. A lot of friends have ended up on this piano, and we watch movies out here. Actually, the other night, I filled the couch for the first time from one end to the other. It was filled with people. There were some people on the floor, and that made me really happy. I think one of the most special things about ground up builds is you're working on the house for so long, and you're envisioning like moments with friends, and you're envisioning what kind of nights and laughs and talks are you going to get into. And so it's been really cool for me to have people over and fill the space in the ways that I had dreamt and imagined for so long. So yeah, it's been awesome. A friend of mine called me one day and was like, I found something really, really cool that I think you might like. And he had found this Gibson piano online. I immediately had to pick it up. There were only 20 made from what I believe. This one is signed by Les Paul. It is such a cool little rare find. Thank you to my friend. You know who you are. And I just felt like it fit so perfectly in this house. Red is one of my favorite colors. Regrettably, I don't play, but I would love to learn. And I think this would be the perfect place to start. But my friends, you know, have been in here many a times and gotten active on this thing. So it gets some good use. I found this harmonica in town. There's two of them, the big one and the little one. The same friend who found me this piano, he was with me in town at an antique shop, and we just thought they were so cute. So they came home with me. This is the kitchen. We wanted a really open space, hence it's kind of connected to the family room. When building the house and kind of figuring out how we were going to get the most light, this skylight came up, and I thought how perfect in a place that snows, the trees come through really beautifully, and I think it creates such nice light in here. So that was a really genius idea on the architect and designer's part. For a while, we were playing with so many ideas. Is it a color? Is it yellow? In the end, I kind of sat with it and I was like, there's so much going on in the house that I want it to feel a little bit more neutral. So we used the floors and the range and the details, like the little curtains at the bottom of the sink and all those things as the pops of color. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think I definitely built this house more for my friends than I did for myself. Every time I come here, there's a million invites out for any one of my friends, and all of them are pretty much down to come. And it's just really good vibes. So I wanted to create a really fun, peaceful place, and this has become that. My mom was looking at a house and begged me to come see it with her. And when we walked in, we saw a fireplace and a kitchen, and we just thought it was so cute. And to go along with the cozy vibes, being up in the mountains and it getting pretty cold here half the year, I thought the more fireplaces, the better. When I got this little asparagus guy in town, I kind of like shopping locally here just because it feels fun to tell a story. It's also just something fun to do in a sleepy little mountain town. My Campbell's mugs were a gift from, I call her like my second mom, so long ago. And they sat in my house in LA for forever. I hope she doesn't watch this. And I didn't really use them, but I like them. So anyways, when I was thinking, what could I bring over here to the mountains? They made it. Now they get all the use. So It was just a matter of time. This is the dining room. I knew I wanted a big table because it is really pretty much the only communal place for everyone to sit and eat. We came up with this kind of big banquette idea, and I love the oversizedness of it. And so this room gets a lot of action now. We started this puzzle here, I'm ashamed to admit, like 3 trips ago. It is the hardest puzzle I've ever done in my life. It is laughing at me. It's mocking me. It's ashamed of me. Like, it's so hard. I've had maybe 8 different minds on this puzzle, and this is as far as we've come in 3 different trips, just so everybody's aware. But I'm finishing it. I'm committed to finishing this puzzle. So. But we've done dinners here, and, you know, I do therapy here. I think one of the biggest things in this room was I wanted it to feel a bit like a sunroom, and that's what it turned into. The light trickles in so nicely, and we have some aspen trees outside that kind of flicker the light in, and it's a really pretty room. I think you guys know what this is. The most important room in the house. The bar. When thinking about this house and how casual it is up here in the mountains, I thought, what kind of art am I going to put in this house? And I came across one of the biggest Western auctions. I had the best time bidding online and finding a couple pieces for the house. It was so addicting, so much fun. It was just a joy to find and feel like I was putting intention into the house. The powder room was really important to me. It's the only one in the house, and so I wanted it to feel really charming and cute. I had seen inspiration from Green River Project, and they had the cutest little bathroom. It was just all wood with a colored toilet and a sink. I kind of wanted to recreate that here. I just think it feels really fun. I love this bathroom. It's a special little place. I love waking up here. Although I feel it's a very mature room, it also feels like a little girl's room in a way. And so I kind of feel like my childlike self in this room. So I love waking up here. I remember being a little intimidated by the wallpaper before we put it onto the walls and thinking, oh no, did we make a crazy mistake? It came together so well, and I'm so happy we went for it. I wanted it to feel like you want to read a million books in here, and I think we achieved that. I love my ceilings in here. We did reclaimed beams with reclaimed paneling. I think it just turned out so well. It really warms up the room really nicely. Obviously, we have the fireplace, which also feels really cozy. And again, read all the books in here. Just imagine, book room. I love this bathroom. This burgundy color is like one of my favorite colors in the world, but this bathroom has been super fun between the vaulted ceilings and just all the windows and how big it is. It's such a nice room to hang out in. And my shower might be my favorite thing in this entire house. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. So we took inspiration off of the floors in the kitchen and kind of pulled it into this bathroom. Just like the peace, the quiet, the serenity, like it's just fun. It's a fun shower. And I recommend highly to do a checkered shower in your house. This is a adult bunk bedroom, I like to call it. We had kind of this idea of doing each bunk in a different fabric and making it its own little world. I imagine my nieces and nephews being in here, probably my future kids being in here a bit. I've had friends stay in this room, and the beds are the perfect size for an adult as well as a kid. It makes me happy. The custom red ladder, I think the red was my choice. I wanted a pop in here, and I think I was begging for red at some point in the house and kept getting shut down, and finally I got it. So I was really happy with this red ladder, but you know, pray for anyone that stays on the second story and has to pee in the middle of the night because it's kind of sketchy. I adore this bathroom. It feels kind of 70s inspired to me. I really love this wood beadboard, and then the mix of the green with the brown. This tile again was super fun to source, and I loved working with this color. I remember mentioning to Heidi that I wanted fun little random moments in the house, things that were off-centered, maybe not super perfect. So that's where this came about. I remember watching it get put in and forgetting we'd made this decision. And when the house was like wood, I was like, what is happening in this shower? And then remembered that we chose to do this. Coming up with the palettes was also so fun in this house, like looking at the tile next to the wood, next to the sconce. Like it was all so fun to see it all together. And then again, have it kind of come to life was a fingers crossed moment, but it all ended up working out perfectly. We are in one of the guest rooms. This is a prime example of one of the rooms that I felt a little daring in. I'm obsessed with this iron red bed. And then the polka dots on the walls, again, was something that felt really intimidating for me on paper. And once they went in, I think they work perfectly. I might sleep in here one night because I just love it so much. Bathrooms are the highlight of this house, most likely. I said this in my bathroom, but I believe this in this bathroom. It might be my favorite bathroom in the house. I love the color palette in here. I love this deep green on the walls mixed with the blue tile. And then there's little pops, like little bits of red and these lampshades. And I think this bathroom turned out so beautifully. The entire room is a bit whimsical, and I think this bathroom also feels a bit whimsical. I think the theme of the house is color. On the outside, the house feels really simple and really clean, and then you kind of come in and it feels really exciting. A few years ago, I got this Bambi Airstream as a gift for my birthday. It's one of my favorite gifts I've ever gotten. When I got this house years later, I thought, how perfect would it be to bring this to the house and gut it and renovate it and have a little fun doing that. So come on in and see. So I wanted this to act a bit as a third guest room. We took the kitchen out and took all the things that we felt were unnecessary just for this project, fixed it into the ground, did real plumbing, real electricity, real AC, heating, and then added this cute little shower bath moment. So I think it's really fun. Again, another room I might sleep in one of these days. I think it's so cozy. All the colors in here are just actually perfect. And the lace little drapes and the boaty pillowcases, it's very, very fun. Thanks for coming and visiting me all the way up in the mountains. I'm sure I'll see you guys soon.